Good morning guys and welcome back to another video. Now, as promised in the last video, I was going to take you guys through absolutely every single thing that I'm going to be eating throughout this prep in order for me to get in the best condition of my life, to get peeled, to get shredded, to get lean, to get ripped. I don't even know how you want to classify it as what's going to happen, but that is going to happen. We're going to get lean as fuck, we're going to get shredded. This is what I'm going to be eating. This will pretty much be the only food that I will be eating throughout for the next 28 weeks. I think it's around 28 or 29 weeks until show day. So this will be the exact same food that will be going in. This is my meal plan. This is the only food choices that I will be taking in for the foreseeable. Obviously until my off season, then I can get cereal back in. But if anything, there's like one thing that I have struggled with the most getting into prep with, food choice wise, and that has simply just been first meal of the day, which has been the oats. Now, as you'll see, this is just literally plain jumbo rolled oats. This is the oatmeal that I always literally go with forever. This is the oats that I only ever chose. Going back whenever I competed as a teen, again, that was the only one. So I've kind of just stuck with that one. I've not kind of went anywhere else. Don't get me wrong, like lots of them they're pretty much the same, but at the same time, I know a lot of people favour Scottish oats and things like that, but at the same time, the Quaker jumbo rolled oats is the ones I've always been with, and this has been the hardest thing for me whenever I make the transition from off-season to prep and then prep to off-season, and that is simply just taking them in throughout the off-season. Like, I really struggle with the texture and the taste and just everything in general to do with oats. So like, that's been the biggest struggle, transitioning back to oats from obviously having cereal in the morning, just purely down to the fact that I couldn't eat oats throughout my off-season. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the fact that I wasn't eating oats, I was still taking in like porridge to go bars and things like that, but realistically it's nothing to do with obviously oats and cooking oats and making them in the microwave and things like that. Like, just, so the first kind of couple of days, I will admit, I struggled to take them in. I literally just blended them up and drank them. Over the course of the few days of prep, I have become just a little bit hungrier. Not that it's anything in particular, nothing major, because obviously my food is sky high at the moment, but at the same time, something kind of just gave me that little kick, and I've been eating them every single morning since. So obviously it's just going to get easier for me to eat oats. I know that for a fact, and I also know that it is going to become a time where oats are my most favourite meal on the planet, and oats are like a cheat meal, and oats are just like the best thing going. So obviously Quaker oats are going in first thing in the morning. Now, along with these, we do have 50 grams berries, so I've actually just got strawberries here. Again, throughout my off season, you'll never see me eating strawberries, so that's probably another kind of main difference between obviously prep and off season. Along with that, obviously we do have the supplement side of things, and that goes AGF. So right now we're running carrot cake first thing in the morning with my oats, which again is actually a very, very nice combination. So anybody looking to run AGF and oats, I would more than definitely recommend getting the carrot cake flavour. I have not actually tried the peppermint cream one yet, which is obviously the second flavour that you guys see me running, but as well, the carrot cake and oats is literally just like, it's pretty much just like a cake. So I feel as if that won't be a problem, me running that for quite a while. But that is pretty much meal number one. Another thing as well, guys, that I don't want to obviously bring towards these kind of videos is I will do like a full day of eating at some point. Obviously off this food, you know I'm going to eat. I'm just going to run over the choices today, but I will do a full day of eating. The only thing I don't really want to start bringing to videos, and I know you guys like numbers, but at the same time, my numbers are very irrelevant to yours, and what I diet on is going to be a lot different to what you diet on, and what somebody else diets on is going to be a lot different to what I diet on. So I think sometimes, especially in the modern day fitness industry, in the modern day bodybuilding industry, and just nutrition industry itself as well, if you are bringing food videos towards channels, it's very hard, and sometimes it can be very misleading, just purely down to the fact that people can take the wrong not the wrong advice, but the kind of wrong decisions from videos, and they could then obviously pursue that diet that you've just gave out, and you've said it's your diet, fair enough, but at the same time somebody else that may not have the knowledge and things like that is going to be out there in this day and age could follow that and realistically not get the exact same results as you, and not get the exact same results as they would have wanted. So I think that's one thing that I'm going to keep away from these videos. It's just how much I'm taking in. My food is very high, that's all you need to know, but we're just going to kind of run over the food choices today, and yeah, I really just wanted to kind of quickly cover that. But moving on from that, carbohydrate sources, I also want to add, I do actually have like the lowest amount of stuff, the lowest amount of stock of food, and I'm bringing this video, but regardless, I'm still going to bring it anyway. So moving on to the food side of things, this is where it gets funny. I have only got one sweet potato left. I do actually have prepped sweet potato here. I also have prep chicken here as well, which again is one thing, guys, that I am going to be pretty much doing every single day for prep. I'm just going to be prepping all my food in the morning, and then I will have it for the rest of the day. And even things like sweet potato, surprisingly, I actually prefer sweet potato cold than warm. Whether that changes throughout prep, it probably will, but I actually much prefer the taste of sweet potato. And that's obviously sweet potato out the air fryer. I prefer it cold over warm. I don't know why. I literally do not know why, but that's really the main thing. So sweet potato is another main carbohydrate source, along with obviously oats being a main carbohydrate source. Along with that, we do have white potato, again, which is a main source of carbohydrates. One thing you will see is my carbs are pretty much through the roof here. Everything pretty much consists of carbohydrates over anything else, because realistically that's what we need and that's what our body utilises the most. That's what we use the most when we're training. So yeah, that's pretty much the main carbohydrate sources. We've got oats, we've got sweet potato, another cheeky little sweet potato there, and we've got white potato. And then post-workout wise, I'm not going to cover all of my supplements right here, because obviously I do intake pre-workouts, pump formulas, all the rest. So I'm not going to cover all my supplements here. I'll cover the rest of the supplements before I go to the gym. But post-workout, which again is another form of carbohydrates, we have got Rapid Recovery, again from Unrivaled. So obviously that contains 50 grams fast-acting carbs of what I take in anyway. I take in 2 scoops post-workout, and 25 grams fast-acting proteins as well. So that is obviously post-workout supplementation, and along with my AGF, which gets taken in first thing in the morning and last thing at night before bed. But I think that is literally it. Like that's took me no longer. Oh, greens, again, that's another thing I don't have. I literally have ran out of greens. I will go and pick them up today. I just take in broccoli. I'm not a big fan of veggies, I must admit, and again, throughout my off season you will see me very rarely having veggies, but at the same time I know throughout prep I need to take them in. I know throughout, just in general, I do need to take them in, and realistically, moving at my off season, I say that now, I'll try and take in a little bit more, but throughout that last off season I'm just not a fan, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to be anything but transparent with you guys. If I'm not a fan of something, I will tell you, and unfortunately I am not a fan of veggies. But this is literally all of my prep food. It's nothing major. I get a set meal plan. I don't get specific macros in which I get to make up my own meal plan. I don't get anything like cereal, bagels, rice, for example. Rice isn't in my diet. But yeah, guys, I shall see it. It's pretty much just kind of surrounded regarding potatoes and oats for my main carbohydrate sources. There's nothing else that's going to be in my diet throughout this prep. Like I said, my food is very high right now, but we're around 28 or 29 weeks. It could even be 30 weeks to the finals. I'm unsure on the official date as of right now, but again, guys, as soon as the date comes out, I will obviously keep you guys updated. But I know, and Vicky has told me that we are around kind of 28, 29 weeks out. So that's the way we've worked it out anyway. We're just waiting on the official dates coming back. And yeah, apart from that, nothing's really changed apart from every single food choice that I took in throughout the off season. Obviously, none of that's in. I mean, I did take in things like sweet potato and white potato throughout the off season, but similar to different carbohydrate sources have been changed. So I mean, it has been a big transition in the part that anything that I took in throughout my off season has not been taken in now, but at the same time we are prepping, we're dieting. This is the food that is gonna get me literally inside out, shredded in the next 28 weeks. And again, fingers crossed, well, not even fingers crossed, we know that we will be able to keep food pretty high, because we've ended off season with a lot of food, and we've ended off season a bit heavier, but obviously in a better condition. And at the same time, we've started a little bit earlier, just purely down to the fact that we know from 2020 the amount of time that we gave myself to get in really good condition was around this kind of same time. But at the same time, I started off a bit fatter at the beginning of prep, and we didn't actually have enough. Well, not that we didn't have enough time, we didn't have the same amount of time as what we did now. Like, now we're starting so far ahead. Now we are on top of everything. Training facilities are so much better. Like, I'm actually, not that I've stopped enjoying training, but training is just fucking leveled up. Everything is just leveled up. Where we are and everything that's just going on around me right now is just fantastic. So no complaints with that. One thing I did actually want to cover, now this is something that I did pick up yesterday, and to be fair, I said that I wouldn't try this until I was around a few weeks out. This is the watermelon Monster. The Monster Ultra, for anybody asking. Obviously this is the 0 sugar, 0 calories ones, as I don't know if you get it everywhere on the planet, and potentially somebody might be watching this that can't get their hands on it. So I said I wasn't going to try this until I was a few weeks out, and I would have been not craving it, but it would have maybe tasted a little bit nicer. But I went shopping, went to Tesco, and I seen them, and I thought, you know something, they're there. I tried the gold one. I am a fan of the gold Monster, but again, it just doesn't really top the red one that much. So this is going to be like the be all or end all. I am a big fan of watermelon. I must admit, I am a big fan of watermelon flavoured beverages, flavoured foods maybe. I am a big fan of watermelon. So obviously this is going to literally be, you're literally seeing me open this right now. So this is the first time ever. I know some people come on here and they're like, oh yeah, this is the first ever taste test, but they've had it like a week before. So I've literally not had this yet. Watermelon Monster Ultra. I'm just going to go for it. I've literally had to just make the purchase purely down to the fact that I seen it in the shop, and my self-control was non-existent, and I picked it up, paid £4.60 for 4 cans of Monster Ultra, and yeah, we're going to go for it. One's never enough, I need another one. We're getting that little hint of watermelon near the end. I'm a fan, I must admit, I am a fan. I'm definitely glad that I actually opened that straight away, because that is actually really nice. Yep. Monster Ultra, watermelon. Kiffy's a fan. Get sweet potato into me. I am going to get some chicken into me. I don't actually have veg for this meal, as you will see, but I'll have veg for obviously my following meals. We'll get this into me. This is going to be my pre-workout meal. It's deadlift day, guys. I don't think I'm going to bring deadlift to this video. I potentially might, I might not. I don't know if I'm going to take the camera into the gym or not. Just purely down to the fact that the last couple of deadlift sessions have been not off, but I've been feeling a little bit more drained than anything else. And then we were filming the deadlift session a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know, the week prior to that I pulled 300 for 5, and I don't know, I've just literally never been the same since. So of course we are going to get stuck straight back into deadlifts. It's been like 10 days since I deadlifted, and I do really want to get straight back into it. It's the first deadlift session of prep as well, which I'm more than looking forward to. So of course guys, we've got deadlifts, big back session. Whether I bring it to YouTube or not, I am totally unsure. Realistically, I probably am going to bring it to YouTube, because why not include it in this video? But I'm not going to ramble on any further, guys, because I do see that it's been like 13-14 minutes of me literally just standing in my kitchen talking about potatoes, talking about oats, drinking Monster, and you guys are probably bored. You've probably switched off already, you've probably disliked the video, you've probably unsubscribed, and to be quite honest, don't blame me. But yeah, I will catch up with you guys when we are going to the gym, and we'll go over some supplements. So guys, moving on to the supplement side of things, we have obviously got all of my stuff that is pretty much in and around my station every single day. So one of the biggest things that I did really want to cover in this video is anything that was going to be changed, it's especially throughout the supplement side of things, because obviously anybody knows that obviously all of my supplements are from HR Labs and Unrivaled, and that'll never change. But at the same time, there has been a couple of changes made just to the selection of supplements that I will be taking in throughout this prep. So the one main thing that has been taken out of my diet is carb up. So that is obviously my intra carbs, in which I was taking around kind of 40 to 50 grams of carbohydrates throughout every single session. So that has literally been taken out, and every single carbohydrate that I will be consuming throughout this prep is being taken in from food. So obviously nothing is going in intra-workout with regards to carbohydrates. That doesn't mean that I'm not taking an intra-workout, it just means that carb up is out. But the main one that is staying in is no code. Again, this is no code V2, so obviously this will be staying in. This is obviously just an essential amino acid, in which obviously this will help fuel my sessions, it'll help me keep hydrated, it'll help me keep full, it'll help me keep my pumps on. It will just keep me obviously very much within the session. So no code will be staying in. That's obviously just the main one that would be taken in alongside. It will be stacked with carb up. So realistically that is the only change with regards to the supplement side of things. So no code will be staying in intra. Ride on, which will be my pump formula. Both of them will go in pre-workout. Pre-workout supplement, of course, will be defib. So defib will remain my pre-workout, and although this is not in anywhere near my pre-workout, and as well guys, this is something that I would definitely recommend if you do take basic as a supplement, please keep it away from your pre-workout supplementation, and just keep it away maybe from your session in general, unless you're not taking any supplements around that kind of side of things, because it can have like effects on your digestive system. And something that I have personally experienced myself, especially in the last prep that I done in 2020, at the very start I did actually suffer from digestive problems just at the very start, because I never took too much to do with it. At the time I wasn't actually working with HR Labs, and I had my obviously knowledge on it, and I got told obviously multiple things about it, but I never really looked into it that much with regards to when to take it and when not to take it. So I was obviously putting it in just pretty much any time of the day, and sometimes that was pretty close to my pre-workout. And again, whenever I went to the gym I was fine, but it wasn't until I was around kind of 30 to 40 minutes into the gym I would start kind of getting like sore stomachs and things like that, and then literally after the gym, no appetite or anything like that. So if you don't want it to harm your digestive system, you don't want to have any digestive problems, I would recommend not putting that near your pre-workout. So obviously I take that at PM every single night, that goes in with my last and final meal now, because I do have AGF and some berries before bed. That does go in with my last sweet potato meal. So instead of it going in at around kind of 10, 11 o'clock, it'll go in at kind of 7, 8 o'clock now when I have my last and final food for the day. But supplement wise, that is literally all that's going to be covered. You've already seen my AGF and rapid recovery from Unrivaled, which is obviously with my oats last meal at night, and of course rapid recovery that'll go in post workout every single day. So this is literally just my intra and the rest of my carbohydrates. The only other supplement I take is a multivitamin, and that is literally it. Like there's no two ways about it. I don't take anything else. Anything, things like creatine and things like that are all situated within these supplements as well. Like if you think like basic, for example, obviously does contain 5,000 milligrams of creatine monohydrate, so obviously creatine is already in there. I don't need to supplement it any other way. But yeah, that is literally it. It is deadlift day now. I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover in this video with regards to my nutrition for prep, food, supplements, water. Obviously I drink water. I don't have a specific amount of water that I am taking in, but I drink enough water throughout the day. I mean, that's literally it guys. It's pretty plain and simple. There's not really that much kind of, what you could say, like, it's pretty boring, I guess. You could pretty much put it down as that, but that's what gets me shredded guys. That's what gets me in shape for my show. So I do hope obviously you have enjoyed this one. I hope you've enjoyed me taking you through all of my food, all of my supplements, just the usual. Not really much has changed down to the supplement side of things, but I can only really apologise for that. But I mean, technically something has big changed. I've got no carbohydrates throughout my session now, so yeah guys, it's deadlift day. I am going to bring you with me to the gym. Whether I film absolutely everything or not, I'm totally unsure yet, but I'm going to try and film my deadlifts, obviously include it in this video. Why not? Get it up, get it edited as soon as possible, keep the content rolling, because of course, like I said, it is my goal. So I do hope you enjoy the rest of this video guys. If you do enjoy it, then please do not forget to drop the video a like for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get to the gym. Also guys, just before I head to the gym, please do not forget that with all of these HR Lab supplements, you can literally use my personal discount code, which is just Kiffy15. Stick it on the screen right about here for you guys. It helps me a lot, it supports me a lot. So again, you can get a decent amount of money off of your favourite and best supplements. So don't forget to use the code, and yeah, enough rambling, let's get to the gym. So guys, we moved into deadlifts, but I took it as far as 290 kilo for a pause set of 2, but there's definitely something there. And to be fair, it's not obviously the most optimal thing moving into prep and having a slight little niggle obviously on the lower back, but I would realistically like to kind of get it fixed ASAP before moving into anything else, and obviously moving forward with more kind of deadlifts. I am going to be running deficit deadlifts for the foreseeable, as I would realistically like to get a lot more stronger off the floor. But like I said, I've booked in for physio straight away, like literally straight after this session. I booked in for physio, and to be fair, it's something that I should have kept up. Before I moved away, I should have obviously looked a lot more into that. But realistically, guys, I'm going to be honest, I actually have not had anything to do with any sort of physio or sports massages or anything like that since I left Scotland. So I am going to obviously be taking a lot more to do with that now. I will get on top of it. That is an absolute promise, of course, to myself anyway. But yeah, like I said, we are going to be running deficit deadlifts, and to be fair, I am looking forward to that, as I haven't ran deficit deadlifts for a set block. So yeah, I've never ran them before. It will be very interesting and exciting to see, but like I said, I will be getting fixed first. Not that I'm going to be out of deadlifts for ages. I'm probably just going to be out of deadlifts for a week or something like that. I will give obviously my back a little bit of rest, and then it'll be straight into deficit deadlifts. I'm more than looking forward to that, but I pretty much just filmed a couple of things because I didn't really want to kind of keep getting the camera out, then doing my set, keep getting the camera out, and then doing a set. I'm more like, I like to just be all in, especially when I'm in there myself. So yeah, that is really it. I kind of just finished filming on this chest supported T-bar row. This is the Atlantis T-bar row, and it's actually one of my most favourite pieces of equipment for back that is in Ultraflex. But that's really going to be it, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have enjoyed it, of course, then please do not forget to drop the video a like for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.